Hey everybody, Ms. Dietrich here. We're taking a look at question number 4. A rectangle with a perimeter of 32 inches has whole number side lengths. What is the difference between the greatest and least areas of the rectangles? Alright, so, and here are the choices by the way, take a look at them. Recall that if we find the perimeter, we have to use the formula 2 times the length plus 2 times the width equals, and remember it's got to equal 32. Well, the lowest whole number we can come up with for the width would be 1. So let's just apply some algebra to figure out what the length would be. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is multiply this, which we get 2. So that means 2L plus 2, because we just simplified this, equals 32. To solve this, the next step would be to subtract 2 from both sides of the equation to keep it balanced. This all cancels out. Bring down the 2L. And 32 minus 2 would be 30. And if we divide by the coefficient, which is 2 on both sides of the equation, we end up getting 15. 15 for L. Alright, so if the length is 15, and we have to find the area by multiplying the length times the width, that means the area would be 15. Now if we apply the same thinking, instead of putting a 1 here, we put in the number 2. And we solved and did all this and we got the length. The length would end up being 14. And if we did 14 times 2, we'd end up getting 28 for the area. Now you might see a pattern here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. And isn't this just going down 1? 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, and so on. Now if we continue filling in the areas, 13 times 3, to get the area would be 39. This would be 48. 55. Now you might be making an observance. You might be observing the idea that the closer these numbers are to each other, the greater the area. See, these numbers are farther apart from each other. So you might skip down if we just kind of finish and think 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. And we think about what these numbers would be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be a 6. This would be a 7. And this would be an 8. Now earlier we just concluded that the closer the numbers are to each other, the greater the area. And if I multiply 8 times 8, I would get 64. Now we could fill these in, but it's not really necessary. 60, 63. Now you may also realize that if we were to continue with this pattern, see the 7 and the 9, that's the same thing as this. Then the numbers will start to go back down. Alright, so if we look at the number that's the biggest, and we look at the number that's the smallest, the question wants to know the difference between these two numbers. The only thing you have left to do to finish this up is to just take the 64, subtract 15, and then you'll have your answer for that question. All right, good luck finishing up.